Hello YouTube family, this is Ravi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we are back on the series Learn Servicenow from Zero till Advanced English. And we are continuing the series of catalog. And we are on the video part number 3. So in catalog part 1, we have seen how we have created the catalog item from scratch. In catalog part 2, we have created the workflow. In catalog part 3 today, whatever the activities is available which we are going to use, that's we are going to see. Then we are going to see catalog UI policy, then user criteria, along with the live user story, which we are already discussing it. So if you are new to my channel, do share and subscribe. And I am bringing more beautiful content on this particular platform. So basically this PPT I have already shared in the Google Drive. If you have not checked that, you can go ahead and check that Google Drive link in the description. And you can find that PPT from there. So this is basically, we have already discussed about it. We'll directly go to this particular topic, which is your use case. So what we created last time, we have created a 90 series comic, where we have these options: reader name, reader address, select comic, select age, language, phone number, and we had a workflow. Now, according to this only, we are going to see other activities in workflow. So let's go back to Servicenow and just type here maintain items. As we have seen in the previous videos, all the items are existing at a place called maintain items or your catalog item. You close your eyes, open this table. This table will give you the list of all the items present on your Servicenow. So which table you have to come? Maintain item. And what is the table name of maintain item? This is just a label which I am keep on mentioning in all the videos, and the table name is SC catalog item. Service catalog item. The previous video link will be available in the description. You can go ahead and check it, and I will put in the I button on the top. So we have this 90 comic series. We'll open this particular catalog item, and you will notice all the variables are created as per our requirement. Light project which we have seen. See, all these variables are created: select comic, reader address, reader name, and we had a variable set also. In that variable set, we have created the remaining variables. Variable set. Now today's topic is what is UI policies, what is available for, non-available for, and how we can attach a knowledge article to our catalog item. That also we will see. But as of now, go to our workflow, which is this one. Open this workflow. How you can open it? You have a triangle sign. Click on the triangle sign and open the workflow. This will take you to the workflow which you have created. And this is our 90 series comic workflow, which is comic workflow store. It is currently in published state. The reason is, once the workflow is published, anybody can use it now. If it is in checkout state, nobody can use it until and unless you publish it or you forcefully check out it. Only admin has the privilege to forcefully check out. So what I have to do I have to do a checkout. This part also we have discussed in the last class. What is the meaning of checkout? Okay, now I'll do the checkout. Now I will see other sections available. Before that, let's go to the portal view of Servicenow. So we'll go to the new tab. So I'm duplicating this tab and just here typing SP service portal. Open this. Yeah. Let it open. Request something. And we have a 90 comic series. This was a comic series which we have created in our last video. Yeah, see, Spider-Man. And these are the variable set. Now the requirement here is, if I choose Batman, then I want reader address to be non-mandatory. How we can do that? With the help of details present on the catalog, that is nothing but your catalog UI policy. Or we can do one more thing. If I select Chacha Chaudhary, I want something else to happen. So what we can do is we can create a variable, a new variable I will create, and based on this variable I will choose and I will change according to it. So let me first create one extra variable. So let's say I'm creating a new. Okay. And let's say the order is 40. And let's put a choice field. So let's make it select box. Yeah. And let's put here, what should what should be the choice we can create. So once I select this particular option called Chacha Chaudhary, Batman, I want Batman versions to be available. Okay, let's create here comic version. Okay, click outside. It will automatically coming up. Right click and save it. This all we have discussed. So you have not checked that video, go back and check. In the description, link is there. You can go back and check the catalog part 1, catalog part 2, and this is the last part of catalog. We'll make one more video only on the workflow and the flow designer very soon once we complete admin. Come down, we have the choices. Let's create the choices. So let's say comic version 1. Okay, same thing. Let's put comic version 2. Here we can make the same thing, comic version 2. Okay, and let's make last comic version. So there are 3 versions of comic available that I want a user to see there on the portal. Saving it. Now refresh this particular page. Portal. Come down. See comic version 1. So what I want is, if I select Batman, I want these things to be mandatory. If I select Chacha Chaudhary, then this will be hidden. How we can do that? So remember guys, we have this option over here in catalog. Let's open the catalog again. That is called catalog UI policies. UI policy means user interface policy. Like we have a policy rule which government makes, correct? And that table has to follow that particular policy. So basically, if you come down, you have this option called catalog UI policies. Only applies to the catalog, not to the other tables, not on the other part. It only applies to the catalog. So if you click on new button on the policy part, you will notice your catalog is automatically selected, and this applies only to the 90 comic series catalog, not to all the catalogs. For other tables, you can use a general UI policy that is called UI. If you type here UI policy, you will get under system UI policy, where you can choose your own table and create your own UI policy. This part we will discuss in the developer series. As of now, in catalog series, you have this option called catalog UI policy. And you have to select your catalog on which you want a policy to be applied, like your life insurance policy, health policy. What you are doing, you are paying some premium amount, and that policy will, if you will get ill, that policy will help you to save your money at that time, correct? So here also we'll create a policy first. We are going to pay some amount to it first of all, and then the policy will work accordingly. So we'll create a condition, and according to this condition, the policy will run. So when to apply is a place where you can choose a condition, catalog condition. So you can put a description here. So let's say make a field mandatory. And when to apply, so my requirement is, if select the comic is Batman, then only it will be visible. So if I select here, select the comic is Batman, save it as of now. Once you save it, you will see down there you have a catalog UI policy action. What action you are going to perform on the option which you have created. So again, I am repeating, whatever the condition you are choosing over here, based on that, this action will be performed. And what is my action? Let's make this field mandatory or visible or read only. So there are 3 options available on the catalog UI policy action, guys. You can make any field mandatory, you can make any field visible, you can make any field read only, and last you can clear the value of that field. So we have 3 options basically which is used, and this is the last option. We can make any field clear off. So if I select any value over here, let's say I'm selecting comic version 2, it will be clear off. It will come back to default version. Okay, so let me put here include none so that you will understand. Now if I refresh the page here, you will notice we will be having a none coming up. Yeah, none is coming. Okay, so what I want, I will choose my variable. So I want comic version to be mandatory. Submit it. Okay. So what will happen when the condition matches? The condition is when the comic is Batman, then comic version field become mandatory. If it is not matching, then it will become non-mandatory. It applies to the catalog item view, and this view is called catalog item view. If I refresh the page, come down. See, if I select here Batman, this become mandatory, you will notice. Now if I select Chacha Chaudhary, this become non-mandatory. So this is called your catalog UI policy. With the help of UI policy, you can make any field read-only, mandatory and visible. So let's create one more UI policy. Let's say make field hidden. And when select the comic is Chacha Chaudhary, I want to hide this field. So first of all, I have to create a new UI policy. So I am modifying the existing one. What I will do, I will right click and do insert and stay. So insert and stay will stay the record. It will stay on the same page. At the same time, it will insert the record in the table. See, if I click on insert and stay, new record is created and that record is there. It will not impact the other record as well. So if you select a category called select the comic is Chacha Chaudhary, I am going to save it and I will apply an action now. What action it is? So the catalog UI policy action, let's make that field hidden. So how we can hide the field? With the help of this visible option, let's make it false and select the variable name which is comic version. And let's make this mandatory also false. I don't want that to be mandatory. Let's save it and go back to our Servicenow page. Refresh the page. Yeah, come down. So if I select a comic called Chacha Chaudhary, this field is hidden. You can notice this field is hidden. If I click on Batman, the field is become mandatory, but you will get an error over here. There are multiple UI policy with the same order. And this error you will only get when you have a UI policy on the same field. So what you can do, you can change the order of this. Let's make the order as 110 and now save it. So you have to change the order of that particular UI policy, then it will work. Okay, so you can change the order of this variable name and you can change the order of UI policy. So let's go back to UI policy which we have created. Let's open the catalog again. It is just a warning error message on the top. It will not impact most of the time, but if it is impacting, you need to change the order. This is happening because this two catalog UI policy is on the same table. Same table means same catalog item, correct? And it is on the same field called comic version. So that's why this is causing a conflict. So in this case, what I will do, I will change the order. Let's make it 100 and let's make this 90. Okay, now order is changed over here. Open this. Now you will see no errors. On the top, there should be no error coming. Okay, let me open this. Do we have any error now over here? Here also. Okay, let me open this. Yeah. Here also, you should not see error. See, there's no error now. So make sure that you change your UI policy ordered so that you will not get any conflict on that. This is called your UI policy and that's all. From UI policy, you can make any field mandatory, visible or read-only. You can make it non-writable. Read-only means you cannot do any changes over there. This is your catalog UI policy. So I'm closing this. If you have any question, do let me know in the comment section. And now we'll go back to the workflow. In the workflow, we have list of activities available which we have to use now. I have already done a checkout. So the requirement was when the comic is Batman, it went for the approval. As you can see this, when user select Batman comic, it will go for the approval of users manager and then one task will get created for procurement team. Another task will fit for the delivery team. So if I go back, guys, let me save this. So system admin. Yeah, let me put the address, anything. Test. Come down. I am selecting Batman comic version 1. Add English. Add it of the phone number. Add. Now The most important and the most asked NW question. When I click on order now, what will happen? So remember guys, when you click on order now, check out, first request will get created. Request will get created. That is your request. I have mentioned this in my previous video. First request will get created. Then if I go inside it, we have a RITM page, requested item over here. Inside the requested item, we have the task. We'll copy this. We'll go back to the front page and put my RITM number over here. Now we have approval. Users manager is able tutor. Yeah, Abraham Lincoln, sorry. Right click and approve it. Once it's approved, a task will get created as per the workflow. You can click on this option called show workflow to see where it is going. Click on show workflow. Yeah, it is currently on this particular page which is finished. It is on the catalog task. Come down. See, we have a task created. If I go inside the task, we have this option guys to close the task. If I click on close task, the task will get closed. See? Correct? Stage is delivery. But you will notice one thing. The state itself, as of now, it is still open. This is not the thing guys. You can do it manually. You can make it close complete. But I want it to be updated with automation. Like if it is close complete, if the task is completed, from here, close complete, this RITM should also be close complete. How we can do that? With the help of workflow. So this is a direct task interview question. How we can do the changes in the workflow so that if a task is closed by the team, procurement team, the RITM should also be getting closed. So we'll go back to the workflow. Under utility section, you have one option called set value. You have to set the value on the RITM table. As I mentioned in my previous video, that workflow is created on the RITM table, that is requested item table, SC_REQ_item table. If I drag this content to the left, if I leave it, here you have to set the value. What value we are going to set? So on the RITM table, I have to set the value to close complete when the task is closed. So we'll go back. Here we will give a set value as complete. What should be the stage? So when the state is complete, request complete or complete, what value you wanted to set? Choose your value. So state, the value name is state only. See, state to close complete. That's it guys, submit it. You don't have to do anything else. A set value is created. Once it is approved, it is going to catalog task. Let me delete this arrow. Bring this here now. Let's close it, complete it, then go to the next stage. So this will auto complete your task on the RITM table as well. So remember this guys, you can use the value called set. You can use the option called set value. We'll talk about all this option wherever is needed in the upcoming series. But as of now, set value is something that will set the value on the RITM table. So what I have set, let me see it again. So it will be set to, stage will be set to complete and state will be set to close complete. So this will be set to complete and this will be set to close complete automatically. Instead of doing it manually and saving it, we will notice it will be auto complete once I submit a new request. Okay. And let's see other activities. So we have one activity called timer over here. Timer means you can provide a delay to your activity. So if I bring this timer to the left, let's do one thing. Let's put here 20 seconds. Okay. Delay the task creation by 20 seconds. So what I want is when it is approved by the owner or the manager, let's delay 20 seconds before creating a task. So I will close this and I will close this also. Not close, remove it. And what I want is give a delay of 20 seconds and then create a task. Give a delay of 20 seconds after approval and then create a task. So it will wait for 20 seconds. The clock will run for 20 seconds. After that, the task will get created. I'll show you the demo also. This is called timer. Okay. Task we have already seen, catalog task. Subflows means you can use other workflow over here on your catalog item. For example, I want to use this workflow. You can right click or drag it to the left. You can see you can use it. If I click on submit, I can use it. But as of this scenario, we will not use it. When we will use it, when I bring the integration series, I will use the subflow which I will be creating it in the integrations. So as of now, as per admin, it's not required. Leave this as it is. Go to the code section. Approval we have seen. We have group approval. We have user approval. We have only seen the user approval. Let's bring the group approval to the left. You will notice everything is same. Only difference is that in user approval user, we have two sections, user and group. But in group approval, we have only group section. Rest are same. You notice here, we have only group, correct? We have only group over here. And if I double click it over here, you will notice here we have all the options called user and group. See, user and group. So in the user part, approval user part, you can use group also. But in group part, you cannot use user. That's the difference. Then what action is going to perform? So let's say if it is approved, you can set the action to approved. I can go to the left, drag to the left, and you can set the action called, let's say, approved. Stage as request approved. Mark task as approved. Okay. So once it is approved, let's make this task as approved. Drag to the left. You can click on this small arrow and like you can rearrange it. So let me rearrange it. Yeah, if it is approved, first let's mark the task to as approved and let's give a delay of 20 seconds again. So let's copy this activity. How we can copy? Right click, copy the activity. And you can copy it and give a delay of 20 seconds over here again. And then it will go and create a task. So you can attach an arrow wherever you want. You can attach an arrow. So you can use 2 timer, 3 timer, and number of timer as per your requirement. Okay. Now this is called approval action. Similarly, approval coordinator. If you drag to the left, it will give you the approval coordinator options. So wait for child activity to approve. So this is not required. General manual approval. You can provide a manual approval for the user. So that's all. Rollback. There's an option and the most asked interview question. What is the meaning of rollback? Read this line. The rollback to the activity transition to the earlier activity. Means if I use this rollback, for example, and let's say test submit. If I use this particular rollback, it will roll back to the previous activity. So if it is not fulfilled, for example, if it is no, it will roll back to the previous activity. Keep on adding in a loop. So rollback is nothing but it will move you back to the previous activity where you are. So you can use as per the requirement of your customers. If they ask you to move to the previous activity, you use the rollback. So I will not use this rollback as of now. We'll go to the no and we'll go to the timer. This is called the approval action. If condition we have already seen. We have one more option called switch condition, and which is the most used condition in Servicenow. If you bring the switch to the left, you just have to do one thing. Choose your comic character. Choose your variable name. That's it. Let's choose the variable name. So my variable name is catalog item is 90 comic series. Okay. Comic version, oh sorry, choose your comic character over here. Copy this, paste it, and let's see how many variables are there. Select your comic. Okay, copy this. Yeah, select the comic. What I did, I only selected my comic, submit it. You will notice here all the options will be coming up. See, Batman, Charles Chaudhary, Mickey Mouse, and Spider-Man. And instead of if condition, you can use switch condition. So I will delete this if condition. Okay, let's go back. Delete this also. If it is Batman, it is directly going for approval. After all, if it is Charles Chaudhary, timer, Mickey Mouse, timer, Let's say Spider-Man also, it will go for the approval. So like that, you can rearrange your approval based on the switch condition. If you use switch condition, all the conditions will be available over here. All the choices will be available over here. You have to just choose your variable name. So if I go to the front page, let's go back. What is my variable name? Select the comic, correct? We have these choices. That's what it is. If I go back, you will see choose your comic, and here the variable name is select the comic. That's it. This is my switch condition. And now once we are done, let's publish this. Once we are done with this, we can publish our workflow. Now you will notice it will work according to this particular new workflow. Refresh the page and let's submit the request. So once I refresh the page, let's put the name. Let's say reader name is system admin. Reader address Bangalore. Select the comic is Batman. Version, let's say version 1. Yeah, click on add. Choose the language English, phone number 00 and add it. Yeah, order now. So was created first request. First request will get created, then RITA will get created. Now I'll copy this request number. Go to the first page, put the request number. Inside the request number, what we will be having? We will be having the requested item. Open this requested item. 1005. Let me close this. Yeah. This also. Waiting for approval. Now click on show workflow. Okay. And see where the workflow is moving. So basically it is on Batman part. It is approval. If I approve it, it will go and set the action as approved and it will wait for 20 seconds. Now let's do that. Right click, approve it. Once I approve it, stage request approved, correct? It is over here and after that it went for 20 seconds. Now let's wait for 20 seconds till we get the catalog task created over here. So approximately it is now 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it might have created, just click here. It will auto refresh or right click, refresh the list. Yeah, task is created in front of your screen. See, go back to workflow, refresh the page. After this, it went directly to the task. And now let me close the task. You can close the task by click here. You have this option called close task. Once I close task, what will happen? This should be auto closed. Currently it is delivery. It should be auto close. See, I am doing a right click, close task, completed and close complete. This is what I wanted to show you. Set value. So it will be auto close and auto complete. So this is your workflow activities. There are other remaining activities which is called notifications, which we will see in the notification part. When we read about notification, how to create a notification, how to call an event, we'll use these options to create a notification. As of now, we have seen in switch condition, if condition, approval, user, group, delegates, all these options we have seen, timer, catalog task, and other activities we have seen. This is on the workflow part. Now let's go back to our PPT and what else is remaining? User criteria. Let's go back. What is user criteria? And this is the interview question interviewer used to ask. What they used to ask is, I want this 96 catalog only available for admins. I don't want someone who is non-admin can see this particular catalog item. Based on an option called available for and non-available for section over here. So available for, click on new button. Let's create a user criteria. If you click on new, the table name is called user criteria. We are defining a criteria for the user. So let's say only available to admins. Okay. And here you can choose the user group available only to a specific user, available only to a specific group, a specific roles, companies, location, department, whatever you want, you can choose it. I am choosing here role. So it is only available to admin. Saving it. submit it. So what you will notice, only admin can see this catalog item. Let me refresh the page. Currently I am an admin, I can see this catalog item. So let's go back to the first page and click here and impersonate anyone who is not admin. So I think this person able tutor is not an admin. I'll click here, I will impersonate him and I'll go back to the 90 series comic. Currently it is showing you system admin. If I refresh the page, I am on the able tutor page, and for him the option is coming as you are either not authorized or record is not valid. So he is not able to see the catalog. The reason is I have applied the user criteria as admin. So remember guys, user criteria is nothing but you can restrict the user to see your catalog item based on their groups, roles, location, department, and you can write a script as well over here as per your requirement. So this part is called user criteria. I don't want user to belongs to America region, you select America. A user who belongs to America will not be able to see the catalog item. You can type India, whatever you want you can type it. The user belongs to India cannot see the catalog item. So as simple as that, you can hide the catalog item with the help of user criteria. So we'll go back to our catalog item again, 90 series. Let me open it again. And what else is remaining? The last topic, which is your knowledge article, which is you can attach that article on this option called, okay, I need to end impersonate. Yes. Refresh the page now. Just wait, let it load it. Yeah, related article, click on edit and you can use any article which you want, which is relevant to your catalog item. So if I click on KB article, knowledge base article, we have not yet covered the knowledge base. If we have covered it, you can go back and watch the recording. So we'll click on the knowledge article, save it. What you will notice on our catalog item, now let me refresh it. Obviously I am an admin, so I will be able to see the catalog item. See here, the knowledge article is available. Salesforce automation is down. If I click on this, user can see this knowledge article. Correct? So this is how you will attach the knowledge article. You need to come to this catalog item, just put your article number and it will be getting attached. So you can remove it by clicking on this option and delete this. The article will not be deleted. This article will be removed from our catalog item. So this all on the catalog part, and soon we will see the flow designer, how to create a flow instead of workflow in the series of flow designer. So there will be a series coming up very soon where we will learn about flow designer, their actions, their activities, their flow logics, everything we are going to see, but not with the admin part. We'll see this in the development part. So that's all on the today. And on the catalog part, if you have any doubt, do let me know and ping in the comment section. Thank you so much.